Hey, TPT sellers. I am super excited because TPT just published their 2025 yearbook, which means we can figure out our store ranking for the entire year. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to find your TPT yearbook. I'm going to walk you through how to figure out your store ranking by looking at the code. And then I'm going to invite you to participate in a survey where we're going to try to figure out how much money TPT sellers have made last year. But more importantly, we're going to compare last year's stats versus 2024 stats. And that way we can figure out if the platform as a whole is doing better or worse. Your store might be doing worse this year compared to last year. Is it because of your store, or is it because people are spending less money on TPT? By filling out this survey, you help us to create a model to figure out and estimate how many TPT sellers there are and how much money that potentially TPT has made. And then we can figure out how the platform is doing, and make sure to watch to the very end because I have something special to tell you. Oh, my name is Mike Fuchigami. I'm the host of the SEOtpreneur YouTube community. And if you like TPT SEO or if you like TPT data, please hit subscribe so you don't miss out. All right, so the first thing is teacherspayteachers.com/TPT-yearbook. It says it's generating your TPT yearbook, which I'm super excited by. We'll give it a second to load. And then I see they're using the same template as last year, the 2025 yearbook. It talks about your store, talks about top selling new resources from last year, talks about how many educators bought a resource from your store for the first time, how many people added me to wish list, fantastic, how many resources were added to cart, that's great. But this is stuff that we can see in our TPT seller dashboard right now. But this is new. I don't remember this. Was this here last year? Either way, I'm super excited by this because this is showing me that they can tell the keywords that people are using to find my stuff, which means they could do it at any point. And so I wonder, TPT seems to listen to TPT sellers. We know that it's possible for them to look up keywords. This would be great stuff for us to have on a regular basis. Imagine if we could figure out which keywords people use to find our products, so then we could optimize for those keywords to increase sales. That would be cool, right? If I scroll down, what else do we have here? They browse my store page. So this looks like search terms that they use on my store page. That's great. Custom categories, if that's important to you. And then it shows us where people are buying your products from outside of the US. And then it looks like we've got some reviews. I'm in the top 1% of sellers on TPT. That's great. Thank you for being a teacher author on TPT. We can't wait to see what you do in 2026. I love that. I'm excited too. And then you realize this is a lead magnet and they're trying to get us to go to TPT Forward in 2026. Well, I've already bought my ticket. And more importantly, for those of you who watch the channel, you know that I missed out on Nashville because my passport expired. So rest assured, I have renewed my passport. I've booked the hotel. I've got my TPT Forward ticket. I'm super excited going to Vegas. If you're going to Vegas, please let me know because I'd love to hang out. Now let's scroll down here and then we have some achievements that we can share on social media. Super cool. So I'm going to go back up to the top here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to look at the code to figure out what your store rank is. So if I right click on this page and click on inspect, and then I'm going to click on this tab up here that says network. Now I've already put in a filter word here, so I just cleared that filter. And what I'm going to do, let's see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, perfect. So once I have the network tab open, I need to reload this page, because what Google Chrome is doing is it's just watching to see what traffic the web browser is doing. It's communicating with the server. A lot of stuff is happening here, and there I can see my page has loaded. And so what I'm going to do is up here in the filter, I'm going to type the word stats, and I can see one entry here. And I'm going to click on this entry, and there's headers, payloads, preview, response. I'm going to click on response. I'm going to scroll all the way to the top. And this is exciting because I can see the numbers that are used to create this cool TPT yearbook. And if I scroll down, wishlisted, best reviews, here we go. Store rank, I am 2,335, and my store rank percentile is 99. Fantastic. All right, now let's see what we can learn about TPT as a TPT seller community. I have here a link in the video description, a link to a Google form. It's exactly the same as last year's form. I did this survey last year. I'll put a link to the video results in the video description. But right here where it says store rank. All right, so what's my store rank? I'm going to go back to that tab. And my store rank is 2335. So I'm going to type here 233. Oops. I'm going to type here 2335 and store rank percentile. My percentile is 99. So I'm going to type in here 99. I don't need a percent. I just need to write the number 99. And then it says here 2024 earnings. I'll change that to 2025 earnings. If you're comfortable sharing, how much did you make in 2025? So let's pull up that information. I'm going to go to my dashboard. I'm going to change date range to last year, and then I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to click apply. So last year I made $16,547.78. So let's type that in, 16,547. Oops, I can't put the comma because then it's not a number. So I'll just put 16,547. Now, some of you did this last year, and based on your information, we were able to learn a lot about TPT. So your name and your email address is not on this form at all. You can use it in incognito mode if you like. And thank you so much last year to the people who posted this in Wallflowers and different Facebook group communities. You really helped get this survey out there, and we were able to learn a lot. So I'm going to put 16,547 as my earnings. I'm going to click submit, and that's it. My response has been recorded. In my next video, I'll show anonymous data, exactly how much money TPT sellers have earned, and that information will let us guesstimate how much money the platform made. And we can compare that against 2024's numbers, so last year's numbers, and we can figure out how the platform is doing, better or worse. And then that'll give us some context to understand, well, how is your store doing compared to the platform? If you're down 10%, and you might be thinking, oh no, my store is down 10%, the whole platform might be down 10%. Every data point helps us to come up with a figure, but this next one is important. If you're in the top 10,000, or if you're in the top 100,000, your numbers really matter because you're at the long end of the curve, and it helps us to figure out and estimate how many TPT sellers are there. So the more data points we have, the better picture we can get of how TPT is doing, which helps us to put our store in context. Let's figure out how the platform is doing, and then based on that, we can understand how our store is doing. A few months ago, we did the free Keyword Unicorn Challenge, which was a lot of fun. We learned a lot about keyword popularity. Make sure you sign up for the email list if you haven't already, because I have something fun and free coming up in the next couple weeks. Make sure you hit subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on the survey results. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.